Hello guys and welcome back to another game. We have an awesome matchup here between two really good players and two awesome civs, which is fantastic. Or one awesome civ, I should say. So, let's have a look at what we've got. We've got Tyrant Slam in the blue playing as the Persians. If you have no idea who Slam is, it's like you've never watched my channel before. The man is awesome. He's got awesome aggressive tactics and he just plays absolutely amazingly a lot of the time. Definitely does a lot of scout pushes, things like that I absolutely love. Commits very heavily to feudal wars when he thinks it's worth it. So really good player to watch. And of course, Team Tyrants, like nothing really to say about Tyrants except for the fact they are just kick ass. Over in the red, also playing as the Persians, we have the legend himself. If you have no idea who this is, go back on AOC Zone, check out your tournaments in the past, and just see how many times this guy's name comes up, because it's going to be there pretty much all the time. In the red, playing as the Persians, we have Tyrant's Daut, one of probably the most phenomenal players to ever grace the game. If you have no idea who he is, just go back, look through the records, find out who this man is, and go learn something from his recorded games, because he has been on top for so long now that it's just absolutely stupid. So let's check out some maps. Gonna hit that fast forward button because I hate Dark Age. Unless someone steals a ball, I really don't care, because it's probably gonna be a standard kind of build. If you're worried about what happened in Dark Age, I don't know, go check out the rec. Feel absolutely free. Let's have a look at what we've got map wise. So to the back of his TC, he's got a lumber camp immediately. This means, of course, he's going to be able to do a split lumber to the front if he so chooses. Split lumber, if you don't know reasons behind it, basically, if one's getting harassed, it means you still have some lumber income from one side. That's really handy to have, because most of all as well, if we do get scouts around here all the time, he can move the villagers back over here as well, so it means at least he's going to have some kind of income most of the way through the game. And looks like, yep, going for the ball lure there with the scouts, so going to maximize his economy there as well. Really good effort there, actually using the sheep to actually guide that one in. Really well and very good strong play. So very good. Take notes, guys. Apart from the lumbers, it looks like we're looking at a pretty open map for him. He's got his berries down towards the bottom here, and it looks like that was a complete boar steal as well. So Slam going to be starting off on the off foot right now. Really going to be a little bit harder for him to get back into the game. Going to have to commit into the farms a little bit more, which means his eco is going to be a little out of whack for a while. Looking down here, it looks like we've got both boar still there, and what else do we got? Very open side here, and it looks like all his key resources are actually going to be stuck around this hill here at the front. Boar is down, awesome. So what we're going to see here, mainly the big trouble, if Slam decides to hold this hill, Daut going to be out pretty much both of his golds and both of his stones. Stone, not of course, not that big a deal in a Persian war, because I doubt we're going to see war elephants. I really want to, but I do doubt we're going to see them. So really this hill over here could be quite a good tool for Slam to use. Really just get nice and aggressive, make the most of his units, and go through there. That said though, Slam going to have a little bit of an issue anyway, at least trying to get up into feudal age before Daut, thanks to that boar steal. Daut going to be on some good free food, and from there as well, Slam going to be down some free food. Checking out Slam's map, he does have a wood to the back as well, so it's going to be quite handy for him. Looking at this gold though, going to be a little bit low on saturation, especially towards the end of the game, mainly just because looking at this tree line here, going to be a little bit annoying to deal with. He is forced to lure in some deer as well to try and deal with that boar lure, or boar steal I should say. So either way, going to be in an interesting position. That said though, Slam's already up to the next stage, so looks like he's in a good spot here, and he's actually in front of Daut, believe it or not. We're at 22 pop for Daut, 21 for Slam, so about 30 seconds difference there. Even if you check the time there, it pretty much works out for that one. So overall, looking pretty good. As far as the rest of the map goes for Slam, he's got some stone in the back again, so can get some defensive castles out if he wants to. Actually splitting his lumber here as well, that said, does have a really easy map to seal off, just looking across here potentially, and then across here as well. Does have a big open front side here, but still not as bad as Daut's overall. Did spawn in a crater by the looks of things as well, mostly because this would have been exactly where a hill is, but thanks for the random map code, it has pulled the town center down overall. So really, looking like he's going to be in an okay situation. Still though, never want to be in a crater when you can. Resource-wise though, I don't think he's as bad off as Daut, but at the same time, we'll have to see exactly how it does decide to play out. Whether both players decide to go for scouts straight away from here, because it doesn't look like we're seeing a drush from either player. Barracks is up, and look at that, Daut already starting to wall in his lumber here a little bit as well, so putting himself in a good place. What are we seeing that? Yep, there we go, stable getting dropped down, 2 villagers on that guy, get out as soon as possible. We are seeing horse collar and double bit go down as well. Slam really capitalizing in as much as he can on this as well, and oh, he did get the scout pick from Daut. Really interesting one there, because of course scout that extra one at the start, it does mean you're going to be free to get into your opponent's base a little bit earlier. You are going to be able to do a little bit more damage, but Daut only just dropping his stable now, and we should see that stable just about finished up from Slam. There we go, excellent. Double farm going down after horse collars, so some really good economy play there by Slam, and it looks like Daut doing pretty much the same thing. In fact, he does actually still have some villagers on sheep, so it looks like he's going to be very good in terms of eco from here. Basically looking at about 100 points difference. This early in the game mostly comes down to scouting, so we can't really theorize too much on that, what we're going to be seeing, but overall, both players looking pretty strong right now. Daut does have his spear out defensively, so going to be in a good spot there to hold this lumber camp without any real issues. Wouldn't be surprised to see the rest of some buildings get dropped off around here as well, particularly some houses. Just try and wall it in and keep him safe, because he actually hasn't split his lumber. Slam split the lumber, kind of split to the back, but at the same time, if some guys sitting around here, he can pretty much say goodbye to these villages as they are locked in place now. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what he does do to deal with any scenario like that. Do have the 2 extra scouts out now from Slam. He does have that one on the field already, on quite low health, but as long as he can keep the units away from this guy, going to be able to take out some villages, hopefully keep this one alive for as long as possible. From there, no, we'll see exactly what does decide to happen. As far as we go, looking at pops, 28 for both players. 26 Vils for Daut, 25 for Slam. Both got 3 military units out in the field. Remembering, of course, Daut did get that spear out. And where is it going? Is it running across? Daut spear, living on the berries, all good. And a lot of farms going down for Daut now as well. Looks like he is going to commit fairly heavily. Same goes for Slam. So both players are going to be looking at getting quite a few scouts out on the field. And then going up to Castle Age reasonably early as well. Because, of course, biggest factor you're going to see it going up to Castle Age is going to be that food count. What are we seeing these scouts over here? That's probably my best question. Daut, is he going to move out anytime soon? Looks like both players playing pretty stalemate again, so we'll speed it along for a couple of seconds and see exactly what does decide to happen here. But it looks like both players really deciding to go for more of a stalemate feel. And there we go, the spearman there did get the kill, and it looks like a scout from Daut as well. Going to get pushed out of Slam's base there by a couple of his scouts. And overall, looking like Slam is going for a pretty big wall off here as well. It's a very ambitious play, but going for gold as well, so we are going to see that archery transition quite soon now too, and Daut should be making some kind of transition here very soon as well, because of course you don't want to get behind an archer count, because the archers really do win the game at the moment. It looks like we are seeing a little bit of a skirmish here on the hill, all units on top. Daut, how we look in health? Looks like he did have one quite low one there. Is going to get a kill there. Still 4 for Daut on Flav. Ooh, there we go, one going down again, and another one going down. Looks like Daut going to be on the back foot here. Quite low HP scouts though for Slam, so going to have to be careful he doesn't get outnumbered. At the moment, 2 strong scouts on the front at the moment, very full of close HP, and pushing him back off across the map. Looks like we are seeing a spear go forward from Daut as well, plus another scout. No archery range transition yet, has got his gold camp up though. And looking back at base, and there we go, Slam pushing back across the map now with quite a few more units. Daut going to be forced to reinforce this one. Is bringing the spear in though, probably a bad time to commit to a fight right now. Should have waited till the spear was a little bit closer. But looks like he is going to try and get down and deal with that spear. Needs to get in there and use it for damage for these scouts. Yep, there we go. Good jab. Another good jab as well. Very low HP scouts for Slam now. Going to have to be very careful with this one overall. Still haven't seen that archery range get dropped down. There we go. Blacksmith at the top though. Could be seeing something a little bit different here from Slam. Really interesting to actually see him dropping the blacksmith first. Might just not have the gold saturation he needs, and with that amount of villagers on gold there, not going to have enough to keep archery production up. Daut looks like he's committing a little bit more there, and we should see an archery get dropped for him any minute now. And it looks like we do have the resource in the bank as well for Slam to start dropping some archeries. Daut's still poking and prodding, trying to really get in, find somewhere to do some damage. The good news for Slam though is he has got this wall up across the side here now. He is looking pretty set over here, and he's actually going up with a watchtower. Probably a good idea as well, actually, just due to the fact that looking at this area here, this is where most of his villages are. If he gets pushed out of this area here, he's going to be in a really bad spot, because all these other golds quite far out from the TC and going to be very easy for Daut to find a way to harass. Daut moving in with some more scouts now. Have we seen an archery range drop? We have not, but there's the wall off going off there. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a little bit more wall off go through with that archery range. No archery yet for Slam either. The watchtower just about finished, going for the secondary lumber camp as well. Both players waiting a little bit to try and make that one as well. Bloodline's on the way for Daut. Interesting, actually. Is he going for a second stable? Yes, there we go. I know I clicked that as I said it, but, you know, the thought was there before I actually checked. So, going down with the second stable, looks like he's going to be committing to scouts fairly heavily. So, we're going to see quite a few more farms come up from here as well, from there as well. Going to see quite a few knights, of course, if he has committed into that one. So, really going to be interesting to see exactly how it is played out. Knights, of course, Persians do get a couple of bonuses, which is awesome, so always worth checking on those guys as well. As far as population goes at the moment, we're looking at 48 to 43. Slam a little bit behind. Military for Daut, 12-7 for Slam, and then looking at the pop as well, overall 36 villagers apiece, so very, very tight. That said, though, looks like we are seeing some villager kills now as well. Looks like Slam is getting a bit lucky here in Daut's base. Blacksmith going down as well. Probably going to see scale barding from that one as well, and Daut might be overcommitting here with just like 2 scouts in this fight. Looks like he might lose one there for free. Going to to escape on 5 HP. That's so tight. Mining camp up as well. It looks like he has got quite a few of these guys out as well. Daut pushing out with some scouts again, and quite a few spears there to actually defend. Haven't seen an archery transition yet from Slam. We're going to watch and see this one. How are we going over here? Is that the first archery? No, going for another stable. Both players committing into the stable. This is actually a really interesting one. Looks like we can see Slam about to click up to castle. There we go as well. How's Daut looking? Daut's looking very close too, so we're going to be seeing some early castle ages as well. 21 minutes 32 predicted for Slam at the moment. So really, this is going to be a strong castle age push. From there as well, naturally, we are going to start seeing knights get out on the field as well. Those knights, extremely, extremely dangerous, especially on economies like this, where they're so open. And there we go, Daut, taking my words right out of my mouth, is actually putting up a tower defensively as well. And Daut clicking up to Castle Age as well. Going to be roughly 40 seconds behind, but not too much of a big deal. We can see no bloodlines done yet for Slam. However, he is getting forging, and he hasn't got his armor upgrades yet either. Daut has got bloodlines already on the cards, but again, no extra upgrades. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Hopefully Slam will be able to get all his upgrades on the way, because he really needs to get bloodlines done, and looking at the amount of farms he's got, he's very much committing to this one. Actually going for the second watchtower as well, so looks like he's trying to get very defensive here, knowing exactly how to deal with knights. And there we go, Slam going down with bloodlines. Overall, military very close for both players still, however, mostly looking like the outcomes of this is pretty much just spears. Both players at a steady 1 KD at the moment. As far as it goes, 8 units killed and 8 units lost for both players. That said, we did just see Daut actually get another one there. And how are we looking? Getting in, delaying the stone as much as possible. But the tower just keeping it super effective at the moment, keeping all his units in play. And the spears just moving across the map, and of course going to force the scouts away quite easily. Of course, knights not quite so deterred by spears, so he's going to have to be careful with that one once the knights are out in play. But Slam hopefully should be able to get it. Oh, that was a fantastic war. Oh, what is this? Slam! That is amazing. If you guys didn't notice that, as the scouts were trying to relieve, are they going to get locked in completely? They might get completely locked in here, and this is just such a phenomenal play right now. Oh, if you missed that, basically what happened is Daut scouts were trying to get out of the TC range. What we did see was Slam drop some buildings that actually forced them around the TC. Some of these spears got in here to do some damage, and basically overall we just see Daut lose a lot more units than he needed to. 2 knights out in play. It looks like they're going straight across the map at the moment to try and get some harassments in there. We do have scale barding going down for both players as well. Forging has already been done for Daut. Their scale barding just getting done now. Scale barding about to happen up for Slam as well. 22:40 predicted time. And it looks like these knights are going to be a good place to get some harassment done. Actually moving forward with all these spears as well. And was that a camel? Going for the monastery, going to try and get some converts there. Really interesting one. Daut going the way of the camel. Very, very interesting. Camel's very good at dealing with knights. Not quite so good at dealing with villages and taking town center fire. Of course, they've got 0 pierce armor to start compared to the 2 of the knight. So overall, not going to be quite as good in that situation. However, if he ends up dealing in a front just fight with Slam, he's going to be in a good spot. Slam actually going for pikemen there as well, so going to be in a good spot to actually deal with the camels. Overall, I think this is going to be quite a tight one. We're not going to see exactly what's going to happen for a while yet. We're just going to have to let the game play out and see exactly where each player does decide to go with this one. Daut still has quite a few scouts out on the field, and it looks like we're going to see some harassment come in. This tower, though, going to be good for these villagers to gank up in, and there, the knight's really going to be the thing we actually need to see dealing with the villagers. More knights from Daut, though, so going to be in a good spot to push this one off, and Slam, we just need to see him really start to concrete in some kind of aggressive play at the moment, because both players still playing super defensively, both going for monks at the moment. Hopefully we see some good converts, and there's Chael barding down on the way as well for Daut. What do we got? +1, +2, and there we go. We've got some, yep, camels are out by Slam as well, and looking pretty tight on the same upgrades as well. Daut going to take this fight up here quite easily, and got the convert as well. Going to be able to heal his units up with the monks too, so really he's looking like he's in a good spot here, taking the score lead there by about 100 points at the moment. We've seen a secondary TC get dropped down, no, and no. Both players committing very heavily to the Castle Age warfare at the moment. Neither player getting an extra town center down. As far as it goes, 43 villages for Daut and 45 for Slam. So very, very close. Daut, however, on a 58 population streak there. So quite up in terms of military at the moment. How are we looking over here? We've got quite a few monks still out. Going down for a bit of a fort barracks as well, so looking to try and get quite a few pikes out there. And it looks like Slam's really going to try and end this one a little bit earlier if he can. Really committing into the military units, and does have the +1 armor on the pikes as well, so going to survive a little bit longer. How are we doing back here? Still going for that. Has started collecting the relics as well. 2 monks actually out in play. And actually going forward with the monks as well. So looking to get nice and aggressive. What are we seeing? Some monks there from Slam as well. Actually moving them to the front as well. Going to make sure his unit's completely healed. And of course getting the best value he can out of those guys. And in come the knights from Daut. Squire's going down. Same with chainmail from Slam as well. So really committing to the pikes at the moment. Maybe over committing. We'll see exactly how they do decide to play. But if he can get the pikes into a good position, especially if he starts getting aggressive, going to be in a great spot to actually do some damage. And he got the convert there on the pike, interesting enough. And looks like we might see a couple of converts here. Gonna have to be really careful trying to get out of there. Knights, of course, not the most resistant unit to converts. He got 2. And he's going to get the 3rd. He got the 3rd. That's amazing play from Slam. Getting some awesome converts there, really evening it up. And it looks like he might actually be able to take this one. He is trying it. Come on, heal the units. Daut just has too many numbers now. Gonna try and get those ones there. Trying to get the converts back by the looks of things. Units getting deleted there. And Daut gonna take the front scuffle here at the moment. Really good skirmish for him. Actually setting himself 400 points up now in advantage as well. Oh, the pike did get the kill there on the monk. And Camel gonna try his luck. Of course, not doing really any damage to that pikeman whatsoever. Looks like the pike will take out the camel quite quickly. Daut moving in, trying to get some harass in here. Really pushing this knight back and should potentially get him. Gets him out there. And it looks like he's going to move in, get under that lumber line as best as possible. We can see quite a few watchtowers still up in play though. And going for another good fast wall there. Might actually fall behind. And he did get the fast wall. So going to be in a good one there. Did lose 1 villager already. Potentially going to lose a 2nd and a 3rd. Really good spot now for Daut. Really starting to do some harassment. Starting to get the damage in there. There's another one and another. I can hear it going. My CSI forensic style is going on right now. And there's another one. Daut losing so many knights here, but at the same time, Slam just losing so many villages that makes it hard for him to compete right now. Is he going to get this one? Probably not, looking at those guys moving in on top. But at the same time... Oh, he got it! Wow, and even more knights pushing in from Daut as well now. Looks like he's going to see some serious rest. He's going to get this one. Going to get that villager as well. We'll do a villager count as soon as all this rating's over. But Daut in a really good spot right now. Just an absolutely phenomenal spot, pushing himself up here. Getting as much of an eco advantage as he can. And the points at the moment are just absolutely flying. The thing is though, Slam getting a lot of free kills here. But Daut just losing so many knights. Oh man, those pikes doing a big amount of damage as well. Daut trying to get out of there. Looks like he has got quite a few knights there on low HP. Going to be able to bring him back. Hopefully he's got a few monks. Yes, so he will be able to heal him up. Going for another stable as well. So he is going to be committing to the 3 stable knights by the looks of things. And trying to get out of there as much as possible. The camels though hunting those knights down. And, oh, is he going to get another villager? Oh, ouch! This is just painful to watch at this point in time. Villager counts at the moment. We've got Daut on 55, Slam on 43. Considering how close they were before, that's just such a close game. Pikes at the moment doing... really just going to town on the knights. Knights, of course, going to take him out. But in the end there, Pike's just so cost-effective versus them that really Slam's getting some good trades here. And that monk should really be healing up these units. Daut keeping a really good foothold on this front hill here. And if he can keep it, he's going to be in a good spot to really just push in for the rest of the game. Keep trying to get some harass like he has been the rest of the game. The moment pops 78 for Daut, 53 for Slam. So very, very close overall. Slam going down with the second town center though. Have we seen a second town center from Daut? Looks like we have seen one come up in the back here, so going to be able to get further and further ahead in terms of vill count as well now, especially if he manages to delay this town center a bit. All he needs is to get these 2 villages picked off or even just harass. Looks like he's not going to go for it. Not game to go up against the camels, but oh, he is keen actually. Got the one there. Knights not in a good place here versus the camels. They do have a little bit of a hill advantage, but still the camels just going to absolutely shred them like you can see. And this is... oh, did get the second villager as well. So he's delayed that town center. He's actually in a good spot there. Lost a lot of units. Really overcommitted to it. But at the same time, delaying that town center going to put him even further ahead at the moment. About 20 villages ahead now in terms of economy. So really, really good overall. And there we go. We've got more knights moving in as well. Don't tell me he's going to fight the camels again. He's fighting a little bit of an uphill battle here. And it looks like he will push that away. So really just keeping this town center down for as long as possible. It is a good percentage built as well. So we're hopefully not just going to see the delete on it. And looks like a 3rd town center going up from Daut as well. He is just playing an absolutely phenomenal game right now. About 500 points up overall. Score difference, 500. Again, still a bit too early to really be able to call anything and see if we can really do. As far as it goes as well, can't really call from the score either, because as far as it goes, a lot of units lost to a lot of units lost is that, but I never like calling out on score based alone, unless we're looking like in the thousands kind of difference there. Not really going to be quite so good. Daut though really going to town on the relics, trying to get as many as he can. One there, it looks like he did just pick up a secondary, not sure exactly where he did. And another town center getting thrown up as well. Daut really spreading out as much as he can across the map here as well. Really good play from Slam, though. He has been utilizing those pikes a lot, so the upgrade has been completely worth it. Does have the +2 armor on those guys as well, so standing up quite well to the Knights. And Daut just throwing at the moment just more and more units towards the direct counters, which is interesting from Daut. We think he would have been seeing a lot more just harassment play. And as I say that, he's in the base, of course, killing more and more units off. Is he going to get that villager? Yes, going to get it there. Looks like he's going to potentially... Oh, he's going to get the kill there as well. And going to go for even more harassment. Getting another one there as well. Daut's harassment in this game has just been absolutely perfect. He's been in the base so much for so long now, and potentially going to see a couple more villagers get lost here as well. Looks like the Knight, yep, just soaking up that arrow damage. Doesn't even really care. Got the +4 armor. Towers, of course, only doing 5, so 1 damage per arrow kind of thing. This is just not what we want to be seeing. Siege Workshop, though, coming down from Slam. Looks like he's looking to get aggressive nice and quickly. Wouldn't be surprised to see a mangonel out of that guy and see him start trying to clear in on some of these TCs. But from there, really, looks like Daut's still on the 4 TCs. Going to be playing a very strong eco game, and I mean a very, very strong eco game. At the moment, Daut on 84 villagers, 46 for Slam, so he's nearly double him in terms of eco at the moment, and we're looking at nearly 1,000 points up as well. Slam really trying to turn this around at the moment. Looks like he is going to go down with a... Oh, looks like he's going to get real game. He's going to go down with a castle drop by the looks of things. Daut, of course, not going to want to push directly into these pikes and camels, but if you can drop a castle down here somewhere, really get aggressive with it and go from there. Oh, it's going to be bad. Did that monk spot the front buildings? It did. It knows they're there. Daut's expecting something now. Come on, man, move those guys in before it's too late. You don't want to have that castle come up. It looks like we are about to see the castle drop go down. What are you doing with these villagers? Why are they running under the TC? This is bad. Gonna lose 1, potentially a second there as well. Daut going for pikemen, needs a way to deal with this as much as possible. Ram's moving in as well, so it looks like he is really going for the kill. And there's the forward castle going down, so it looks like Slam looking to get very, very aggressive here. He's got a lot of pikes in play. It doesn't look like Daut does want to engage this force at the moment. If he can try not to, going to be in a better spot, of course, just because of the fact he's going to be fighting his direct counters. But it looks like he's going to be going for it under that tower, trying to take out as many of the pikes as he can with it. Going to be having to find a way to deal with the battering rams without losing too many knights, pulling back under the tower as well. Not looking like this is going to be good. Handcart going down for Daut. At the moment we're seeing... Oh, so close to double overall. The moment Slam does have the military advantage. A lot of that, though, is just trash units. And there we go, battering rams. You're going to have to move these pikes in to try and cover them from the knights, because the knights, just such a strong unit overall. And there we go, castle is up, and it is looking to get aggressive. Getting a villager kill there, and if we can see another castle come up from Slam over here somewhere, going to be in a really good spot. But at the moment, he just doesn't have the resources to be able to drop it. I feel like this may be a failed castle push here, depending on how this goes down. Some extra barracks as well for Daut. Iron casting going down for Slam, really going for damage. Needs to take out that watchtower as quickly as possible now, because it is just going to be doing damage to these units here. And it looks like we are going to see a bit of a scuffle here between the pikes and the knights. Extra barracks going down as well. Looks like Daut is just trying to pad his army out as much as possible now. Villagers starting to get harassed, of course, not taking too much damage, but at the same time, you don't want harassment on your stone piles and things like this. There we go, towers are down, the forward barracks is down. Slam playing a really good game here. If he's going to take it back, this is going to be how. Playing the direct counters on top, getting into the economy. If he can get rid of this TC over here and just start pushing in across this side, Daut actually going to be in for a world of pain. The thing is, Daut's army is just so strong, but fighting off directly against pikemen, this is not what you want, especially under a castle. Castles just do so much damage, which you've got to be very, very careful about. The rams, got to keep them alive as long as possible, really make them worth it, and did get a convert there by the looks of things. Knight's getting healed up, trying to keep him as best as possible, but again, those battering rams, he's going to get onto this TC, and it looks like Daut going to sacrifice some units here. Was looking for a sneaky ram pick by the looks of things, but Slam just being way too on top of his units right now. Currently population, we're looking at 106 for Daut, and 108, villagers for Daut, 54 villagers for Slam, 143 population for Daut, 78 for Slam, so he's just about doubling him in nearly every aspect now. He really needs to find a way to actually be able to deal with this. The pikes, of course, going to rip the knights to shreds, but at the end of the day, he's got his own pikes out. He's going to be able to pad it up, and there we go. Looks like he will find his opportunity to take one of the rams out. There we go. So he is 2 down now. Not going to jump on top of that one there. Doesn't want to lose any units. He doesn't have to. And as well, moving in, going to use his pikes to try and defend this one here as well. Get some kind of buff going on. And there we go. The defensive castle going down for Daut as well. If he can get this one up, he's going to cement this area here and really concrete in exactly this hole he's got. And of course, being on top of the hill as well, Not going to be easy for Slam to push back. Slam really not having much of an option here overall. He really just has to do or die right now. He's not going to be able to get back in terms as far as eco. How's he going? I want to go back and check his base, but I want to see how this plays out first. Going to take out the extra ram over there. He's got it down. Town center in a good place as well. Castle coming up. And well, lost his monk there to the TC fire. Imperial Age for Daut on the way. So Imperial Age, of course, can probably be the biggest nail in the coffin we're going to see. A little into that, I'd be surprised if we didn't see Slam actually resign. Slam overall looks like he does have just about the resources to go in. Sorry, I'm looking at Daut now. Slam looks like he's getting there in terms of resources, but I think this game's going to be over before he has the chance to click up, honestly. As far as it goes, just the villager numbers right now for Daut. He's just got such a big income. He can just throw resources at Slam until he goes away right now, which is pretty much exactly what we're seeing. A forward siege workshop going down as well for Slam, or a secondary forward, I should say. So really, hopefully he can get in there and push and do some damage. If he can do that, going to be a good spot to try and take it back, but once Daut's up into Imperial Age with the eco he's got rolling at the moment, that's just going to be bad, bad, bad. Looking at these knights at the front as well, I'm thinking that Daut's going to be in a good position here just to run into the back, really shred up this eco, because it looks like we're only seeing 2 town centers, the third one on the way up now for Slam. Oh man, this is just so bad at the moment. Daut's just taken such a lead. I don't know how Slam's going to get back into this game right now, especially with Imperial Age on the way. Iron Casting going down for Daut as well. No doubt he's going to get his extra armor upgrades as well. And then the pikes just aren't really going to even stand a chance. There we go. Imperial Age is up. And it looks like we might be seeing a forward from Daut as well. What do we got? Not going to be a castle drop or anything. In fact, he might just be looking for the gold, actually. What's he doing? He's got some builders. I want to know what he's going for, because if he's going for a fort, it's not going to be quite too effective without a castle or anything dropped there. If he's putting out TC down on this gold, smart idea, but at the same time, Daut, do something with these knights, man. It looks like we're seeing Halberdier on the way. Any extra upgrades? No, 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 no. Very stalematey on this side here now, and really it looks like Daut. Yep, there we go, going for the gold camp, so really just try and get as much gold income as he can right now. How are we looking over here? Oh, loading the pikes into the rams. We're getting technical now. Gonna move a little bit faster overall. Not heaps, but a little bit. Chemistry on the way for Daut. Blast Furnace as well. So it looks like he is gonna be getting very, very aggressive with this one. Helb, of course, in a really good spot. And it looks like he's going to be able to push in with these knights. I really don't know if Slam's actually going to be able to deal with these knights back at home. Especially if the extra armor upgrades come down. This is going to be bad. This actually might force a resign out of Slam. If in around here, if they get into this back area, I think it's going to be GG. He's not going to be able to hold it back, and he's already low on villagers as is. Daut, again, nearly close to double. The trebuchet is down, so he is going to force an engagement here. Probably my best favorite, I love it. My favorite feature about trebuchets is the fact you can sit back here, and if your opponent's camping a castle like this has been, basically you can force him to engage it, because he can't just sit there and wait for it to essentially die. He's going to have to be very, very careful about what he does here. And here we go. The Helb's going to try and take out the battering rams at the moment, and all the knights just stream into the base. We're going to have to try and keep an eye on a couple of things at once here. And it looks like those Helb's doing a really good job at defending the trebuchets there. The castle, of course, going to do a good job as well at taking out the pikes. But looking at this now, he's tried to call as many units in as he can. Try and go up for a defensive castle here in the back. But, oh, Daut is out for blood. He's taking down the town center straight away. Cavalier is on the way. And it looks like, oh, there we go. Slam has started taking control of this hill at the moment. Might actually be able to take the castle down. The trebuchet, though, I think it's about, yep, there we go. It is down. And we do see a war elephant. Not exactly sure why. There's a lot of Helbs out in the field at the moment. And a lot of pikes as well. So not exactly going to be the most effective units in the world. But looking at this raiding here now, this is horrible. This is not what you want to see. Slam in a very, very big predicament right now on how to deal with this one. Losing villages left, right, and center. Cavalier already on the way as well for Daut. So going to be in a good spot there. This castle will be going down, and Slam is taking the lead here at the moment on the front. But at the same time, Daut's economy, he can take this loss. Slam cannot. Slam cannot take this loss. And there we go. I love a little bit of ram breakdancing. But again, looking over here, he's just got so many units across here. I'm just waiting for the GG. Now, Slam just can't compete with this. He's got no eco back at home. He's got 52 idle villages out of 61. That tells you exactly where he's at. No income whatsoever at the moment. Cavalier has been complete, taking down these guys. And there's the GG from Slam. Like I said, guys, there was just no way Slam could really come back. This was such an effective push, but probably about all I have to say, really. It was a really good game, and I love casting games like this. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Probably the only other thing to say, if you haven't seen it at the end of the videos as well, I do have a Patreon account there. Feel absolutely free to Patreon, head over, have a read, anything you want to do. I'm never going to ask you to go over there and do something, so don't worry about that. But at the same time, if you feel it, go for it, guys. I'll see you in the next game, hopefully just around the corner.